Switch us back over to Kerbal. All right, guys. Centaur. Let's go. I've been streaming 4 hours. Let's see the progress on that upper stage. Yep, somebody used their channel points to redeem just launch it, so I just launched it. So we've made no progress on it. Yes. Oh no, EJ, put channel points on it. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. They're not going to broadcast AFD, which is sad. So if pay for it, just launch it while you're working in the truck, will you do burnout? No. No! I don't want to mess up my garage floor. I'm like straight up, not even kidding. Now, maybe in the future, Woody, I'll put a skid pad outside of the garage. You know, put a concrete slab out there. Then... What happened to the real EJ? Yeah, chat is annoying. That's what happened, Alien. Hey, it's their first launch. They got some stuff to work out. I would think launch 2 is when they will start streaming them. Nah, stream on the first flight. No balls. Stream on the first flight. No balls. No balls. Firefly had the stones to do it. I agree, Doom. Yeah, I like Firefly. And I'm not saying I don't like ABL. ABL is cool. I missed when you answered before, but could you give an overview of the second stage you had? It looked neat. The Centaur? Yeah. I'm trying to make a Centaur analogous stage here. And I'm going to design it now. And you know what? I think I want to do build the stage out in the same way that I built out that cargo plane last night, if you don't mind. I like doing that. Okay, so the short story here, guys, is that I need to develop an upper stage for my shuttle. I want an upper stage that the shuttle can deploy out of the shuttle payload bay and potentially even bring it back. Oh, nice, Lumprod. Great calculations, I think. So, I need something basically analogous to Centaur G Prime. Centaur G Prime, for the people that don't know, I'll just give a quick spiel. I talked about it a lot more in detail a little earlier in the stream. Centaur G Prime was a hydrogen and oxygen upper stage for the space shuttle utilizing the Centaur upper stage. They made a modified version of it with a wider but shorter hydrogen tank to fit inside of the shuttle's payload bay so they could put payload on it. And the Centaurs were basically designed to turn up 45 degrees inside of the shuttle's payload bay and deploy. The Centaur G, one Centaur G Prime was manufactured, but they canceled it after Challenger because they thought it was too dangerous. It was too dangerous or whatever. So that one Centaur G still exists, and it's sitting... I think it's at NASA Glen, I think. Yeah, see, Glen Reed. They may have moved it. I forget. Anyway, Yeah, it's been sitting like outside, which is just like really, really annoying. Yeah. So I want to build something like that for my shuttle. And yeah, we will go from there. How heavy was it? Heavy. Too dangerous inside? Yeah, I mean, not. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I want to build something like that for the shuttle. Now, I have somewhat of a deployment mechanism built for the space shuttle. But yeah, we got to figure out. I'm going to kind of put the thing together here. And I figured out kind of what type of stakeholder expectations we need. Did you try building one of these before back in the day? Yeah, I did, Brohandy. I've tried to build them in the past. The Centaur G that I did build in the past was Kraken bait. It was Kraken bait, dude. I brought it in here as a sub-assembly. It should be... I thought it was in here. Nope, I must have gotten rid of it. Let me read. What was that? I did the calculation. If you want to spend equal amounts of time in each planet's SOI from today to KSP2's release, you would need to spend roughly 11 days in each SOI. Okay. All right, so what I need to do, my expectations here were about 2,500 meters a second delta V and about 9 tons of payload. So this thing should be able to move 9 tons of whatever. Long story short, it should have 2,500 meters a second delta V with 9 tons. Now, why that specific number? If you look at a delta V... You look at a delta V map. So the delta V map basically tells you how many meters a second of acceleration you need to get to different celestial bodies around Kerbal. I'm basically designing it to be able to get to low lunar orbit, deploy a payload, and back with 9 tons attached to the front of this thing. The idea is that I want to make transfer vehicles. So this thing will be able to go out to the moon, circularize at the moon, do whatever it needs to do, deploy a payload, not deploy a payload, whatever. Pick up a payload, drop off, whatever, and leave and come back to Kerbal and circularize around Kerbal where a shuttle can come and pick it up and bring it back down. Or I could leave it at a space station. Funny story. So, the reason why I chose the moon is because if we can get it out to the moon, it can absolutely get to Minmus. It's actually less delta V. So I basically took that number and that number, added them together, and times it by 2. If you do that, it gets you like 2,300 meters a second, and I rounded up to 2,500 just in case. 2,500 is really what we're at, and now with this design right here, with 9 tons of payload, a payload fairing, some batteries, avionics, whatnot, we're at 2,477. That's really close to what I need, and it's more than originally what we estimated in the beginning. Now, I want to emphasize how ridiculous that capability is. This thing can take this from low Kerbal orbit to low lunar orbit and back. That's a lot of capability for this stage. It's quite good. Even if we add more components and that number gets down to 2,400, it still is enough. So 860 for the transfer plus 310 for the circularization times that number by 2. 2340, we're at 2477. So even if we get down to 2400, even into the 2300s, we still have enough delta V. So Yeah, that's really good for being able to move 9 tons there and back. Really, really, really great capability. The idea is that I want to send a Centaur out there, and maybe initially we can have Centaur upper stages expendable, but I want the capability to eventually be able to bring them back down, and load them back up in the shuttle payload bay and bring them back. That's what I want to do. It'll probably be expendable for a little bit of time, or we could just store them at the space station that we're working on. So, this is the configuration that I kind of have thought up. The Cheetah engine seems to be really what we're looking for here. I think 1 is good enough for what we need here. And that's why I have this kind of mock-up. I have a fuel tank configuration here, and then I have my payload configuration, and then the superfluous stuff, right? And then my engine configuration. The Cheetah's great as a transfer stage. Yeah, no, fully agree. Yeah, it's really, really good. So, we got to take this kind of concept and build it out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. And before I do that, I'm going to put on a pot of coffee. I kind of like the speed build thing that we were doing before with this, guys. I like the speed build. I like getting it done quickly. That, like what I did with the airplane last night, I like just kind of belting it out. So I think that's what we're going to try again. So just give me a second. Let me make some coffee. Enjoyed that style as well. Well, that's good. Coffee machine. Okay. All right. What time is that OneWeb launch? You said that let's check. So we have OneWeb 15 at 5:27. We got an hour. Okay. All right. Let me, you guys want to start the timer? Wait, are we going to do this with the channel points like we did yesterday? We're going to bet? I don't think I need an hour, to be honest with you. I'd say 30 minutes. I don't really have a choice because we have that launch, but... So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm basically going to shut up when my pot of coffee is finished. That's important. We need that. I'm going to shut up and I'm just going to belt this out, just like what we did with the airplane yesterday. Here you go, T-Man. And yeah, in about an hour, we have a OneWeb launch on a Falcon 9, which is hilarious. And it's an RTLS. You're not going to want to miss that. The mod people in chat can explain it, Crab Shark. Do you miss Beaverton? Yeah. Nah, I don't want to set the timer for the T0. Never played RP1. No, but I know what it is, Crescent. John, it might be going south, but I don't have the trajectory off the top of my head. Wait until that pot of coffee is ready to go. In the shuttle on the pad by SpaceX launch. No, I would say a finalized design to get ready for testing. Lewis, I don't know. We want to set our stipulations. I'd say inside of the shuttle's payload bay, ready to accept a payload would be the acceptance criteria here. So how did it exit the bay with the arm? Arm moves out of the way, Centaur moves up, sends it. You gotta remember, the shuttle could be launched with no robotic arm. Doesn't have to have the RMS. Coffee is being poured right now. We need fresh pots. Hang on. While the coffee's brewing. I need to get focused. Dude, you could say that I'm being a little dramatic, but this is hard. This is hard to do on stream. It's hard to just decide you're gonna freaking build this, you know? It's difficult. It really requires a lot of attention and a lot of focus, which is why I just focus on this. So like for like the next what did I say, half hour? Oh, it's not enough time. It's not enough time, dudes. It's not enough time. It's not enough time. Dude, you know what? That Hearts of Iron 4 speech that we listened to because yesterday was December 7th, man. Yeah. Here, let's listen to the end of that.
Yesterday, the Japanese
gets me fired up, dude. It's not good.
Attack against Malaya. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. And this morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island. Japan has therefore undertaken a surprise offensive extending throughout the Pacific area. The facts of yesterday and today speak for themselves. The people of the United States have already formed their opinions and well understand the implications to the very life and safety of our nation. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have directed that all measures be taken for our defense, but always will our whole nation remember the character of the onslaught against us. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
All right, I'm good. Start the damn timer. Let's go. Nice, Thomas. Done. With a minute to spare. Pay up. No RCS? Not needed for baseline capability, dude. How long did you give yourself? 30 minutes. I like doing that. Yeah, I like doing that a lot. I like doing that a lot because I can just collect my thoughts and just poop out something like this, man. We could fit it with RCS, but I wanted a baseline capability. I wanted to get the stage integrated and ready to go, and that's exactly what it is. So... yeah, Lewis, those are fun, man. I like we're doing sprints. That's what we're doing, which is a little bit annoying, but it's annoying that that's what it is, but that's what it is, dudes. It's sprints. Watch, ready?
Discovery.
Oh yeah, all over the place, predominant. We're doing freaking sprints, and I really don't like that. I know what that is, etc., but pretty good, huh? Yeah, shy. 45 on the deploy. Not bad. Now, to be fair, I did have the dispenser already made. The dispenser was the hard part, but I made that thing in 2 to 3 minutes.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Not bad. The only things I'm a little like about is that there's no hard point connection right here. We might need to change that. Last, please. What's up, Zay? Speaking of Centaur G, I decided to finish my own, complete with its fueling arm. Yes, the RSRB. Or RCSB or whatever it's called. Oh, quite nice. Yes. This probe is huge, but yes. Nice. Nice shuttle. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed. Actually, General Dynamics. It would have been General Dynamics in the 80s, but that's okay. Looks great. Worst had a 3-month resub. What's up? What will be its final Delta V? I'd have to go back into the other thing to figure that one out, but it should be pretty much in line with our stakeholder expectations. This thing should have about 2400 Delta V with 9 tons attached to it. And then we can toggle SVI right here. When we're bringing the stage back in. Toggle SVI. When this thing does that. Click. Probably could do with another pin down there, but time to put the shuttle to work. I mean, if you guys want to go, if we want to put a little bit more into this and make sure that this thing works, there's a couple more things that I probably could have done, but this is baseline functionality. This will work. Do you like Willie Nelson? He's cool, but not really. Like, I don't hate, but yeah, just neither. I'm wondering if Centaur G will fit in there with the MRM. With the manipulator. And then... Holy crap, it actually does. That's really cool. Used to babysit you, fun fact. The singer, S-Master? Ah, that explains a lot. So the idea, I clipped that tank in there. The idea is that this aggregate space that the payload fairing is in is pretty much the exact amount of volume that we clipped the tank in. So yeah, that's why I did that. And then the engine being clipped in a little bit. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit. I messed with that like right at the beginning of the speed build. I'm not sure what we should do about that. I'd like to move to twin twin Terriers would be good, but I don't know if the collider will fit inside of the dispenser ring. Close shave right there. SpaceX is live. No? Okay. Alright guys, let's go watch some launch coverage. Nice. At least we have something to screw with now. I like doing those speed builds like that, man. That's really fun. It's really a good time. Is SpaceX live? I couldn't tell.